Good morning, good day. I'm Jill with Palm Beach Therapy and Fitness Providers. I'm here just to do a shorter video, 15 to 20 minutes, and we're going to concentrate on upper body. So I have a chair, ball. I've been on this grip strength kick. So I have 2 small rubber bands. You'll see me use them in other videos. And I have light weights, and I have heavier weights, a towel, and a band. And it seems like a lot. Oh, and my tennis ball. Seems like a lot to have, but what we're going to do is run through some exercises and pick and choose the exercises you like. Hopefully, you will like, if not all of them, many of them. And you can continue on your own to do more reps than I'm doing in this video, but it'll give you the tools and resources to move forward, okay? First thing I'm going to do is work out the kinks in my foot. I have a tennis ball. I'm going to shift my weight, so remember everybody, shift your weight, divide that body weight in half, and transfer that weight onto one side. One side is your stabilization side, the other is your working side. So in other words, the weight shifted, stabilization side, other side is dead weight. So I can use this for my working side, and this is going to keep me strong. This is a really important exercise, okay, functional exercise for everyday life. So you want to be able to shift. Even when I walk, let's move this out of the way, I shift my weight, shift my weight, shift my weight, feeling the ground below me. When I walk forward, I heel toe, and I grab onto the floor. When I walk backwards, I toe heel, shifting my weight, shifting my weight, shifting my weight. I'm confident with my balance. Okay, even if we were to do toe to heel, shift the weight forward, shift the weight one side, shift the weight to the other side, shift the weight, toe heel. Notice how your balance will improve. Backwards, toe heel, and toe heel. Now what we didn't discuss is posture. Without good core engagement, which is part of good posture, the posture being tall, okay, balance is going to be compromised. So don't compromise your balance. Go through these posture checks, as I call them. Make them routine. Make them habit. Neutral chin. When we're standing tall with no movement, you rebalance and regroup your body weight. Body weight is distributed across your whole body. Okay? Neutral chin, shoulders down away from the ears. So relax your shoulders, don't hunch. You have nothing to be tense about. Any intensity or any tension should be in the core, which we're going to talk about right now. Scoop in the belly, however you want to call it. Scoop in the belly, belly button to spine. Have a thread, tie a knot. Pull that thread through the belly button, pull it out through the back. Feel the scooping in of your belly button to spine, like a vacuum. Scoop it in. Or, some people prefer, tie a corset around your pelvic floor and tie it again. How do you breathe, you ask? Through your thoracic. Practice that. Engage the core. Don't let it go. And breathe through your thoracic. Okay? And when you're standing, walking, make sure your feet are separated. Don't walk with your feet so close that you have the potential to knock heels or trip over your own feet. So be at ease feet, or have at least a half a foot to foot separation between your feet. All right. So you can do this either standing or sitting. I'm going to be sitting. And when I sit, always sit with your buttocks behind you. I always say, weight behind the heels. What does that mean? It means you have an imaginary wall. Bump that imaginary wall and then lower the buttocks. Improper seated position is knees first. You've been caught. So, buttocks. Lower the buttocks. By natural order of things, your hips hips are going to push down into your buttocks is going to push down into your thighs are going to bend your knees. Opposite, way up. Use your thighs, lift your buttocks, and stand tall, okay? So I'm going to align myself with my chair, soften the squat, and be seated. I'm going to apply my tennis ball under one foot, okay? So, and I'm just going to place it right at the ball of my foot. Remember that weight transfer. I'm going to shift that weight onto the ball. So I'm going to shift my weight sideways and then hip flexors forward. And I'm going to roll the ball across my foot. Feels oh so good. And then if I have any kinks or pain, I'm going to go slowly. And if I have a trigger point that I feel pain or tension, I'm going to apply that weight. I'm going to hold it for 10, 20, 30 seconds. And then I'm going to release the tension, release the weight, bear down on it again, and I'm going to circle one way and circle the other way 10, 20, or 30 times. And do the same thing on the other side. And again, you can do this standing or sitting. You will be grateful because this really is like your own self-sufficient foot massage, and it feels good. You want to strengthen those muscles, cup your foot around the ball. Get those toes around the ball of your foot and grab on like you would a hand and release, okay? And you'll strengthen those muscles around your feet. Do both sides, okay? Fingertip grip, okay? Well, let's just call it grip strength. I'm going to start with rubber bands. I'm going to put them around my fingers before I get to my second knuckle. Okay, I'm just going to do one hand real quickly. Okay, and I'm going to open and close, separate my fingers. Nice, right? Do this 20, 25 times. Okay, you will feel it. Okay, so you're going to work those muscles. I want you to be self-sufficient. I want you to take that jar right after this video. Can you open it without a spoon digging up underneath it, without a can opener? Okay, if you can't, work on that grip strength. And if you have good grip strength, always room for improvement. You can be fitter, you can be stronger, okay? So we start with the fingertips, okay, and then we're gonna work with the wrists. You can start with a light weight or start with no weight, depending on your flexibility, okay? First thing we're gonna do is support the elbow, okay, because I don't want weight bearing. I wanna be able to focus on my wrist. So I'm gonna support my elbow, and I'm gonna squeeze, release. Your tennis ball is also really good for that, okay? Just make sure you're not what I call breaking the wrist or bending the wrist. So squeeze, release, with or without a tennis ball, or even I have a nice thick scrunchie. I like to squeeze that as well. And you can do this while watching TV, etc. But do it. And again, if you can do 100 of these a day, even if you break it down 10 times a day, that's 10 seconds 10 times a day. Okay? Or do 25 times a day, whatever. Try to get that 100 in. Okay? Squeeze the ball. With or without a light weight. Okay? I'm going to bring my hip flexors forward. Rest my forearm, okay, on my thigh so my wrists are free and away from my leg. I can bend, flex, wave, and circle. And that's just what I'm going to do without a weight. Bend, good, flex, good, and wave and circle. Okay, when I work out all the kinks, warm up my muscles there, I'm going to take my weight, I'm going to hold down my forearm so it doesn't lift up, or my elbow, okay, and light squeeze around the free weight, and I'm going to bend upward from the wrist. And I'm going to do this, if you're a beginner, 8 to 10 times. And you can do it 8 to 15 times, depending, again, your level of fitness. Reverse, okay, go into a diagonal. I'm going to support my forearm here so I don't drop my wrist, and bend downwards. And again, many reps you feel you want to do, whether you're a beginner, advanced, intermediate. Okay, good. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do hammer style. Down, up. And again, all this is at the wrist. And come up. Good. And then I'm going to go forward and back. All right. So remember, you have the tools, you have the resources. Okay, you can play this video, pause it. Okay, try 8 to 10 reps. Give it a break in between. You don't have to do it all at once. Make sure you do both sides. Okay, let's go to the next. Great for grip strength. Have a towel. And I'm just going to fold this towel up, nice and tight, and then fold it in half. And just like you would if you were to soak up a spill, okay, you're going to twist, release, twist, release. Make sure you just don't have fingertip grips. Get it deep into the pocket of your palm, deep into the pocket of your palm. And then twist. Use your forearms up through the biceps, release. Forearms up through the biceps and release. And do this 10, 15, 20, 25 times, okay? Depending again on your level of fitness. Reverse, okay? Reverse your palm grip, okay? And do the other side, same thing. Okay, so you get one side has more tension than the other, so make sure you equal the tension on both sides. Also, what I love is you can take a towel, you can take your free weight, bring your towel around the free weight, okay? And depending upon the size of your hand, grab the towel around your free weight. That gives you a different grip so that it's not so skinny around your hands, okay? And you can use your free weight, okay, and squeeze and release, okay? You can also hold the towel if it's in your way and go through some of your usual reps, bicep curls, tricep curls, forearm curls, so forth and so on. So just a little tip there as well. Okay. Work the forearms. Have a band, okay? Hold the band. Palms facing down. Be careful, don't bend the wrist. Flatten out, okay? Make sure you're all flat. Wrist, forearm, elbow to shoulder, okay? Keep your elbows in, shoulders down, and open up the chest. And like taffy, pull. But notice and focus where you're pulling from. Whether you're pulling from the forearms or the biceps. You can't see it so much, but you certainly can feel it, okay? So I'm separating my biceps, separating my biceps, separating my biceps. And I know I'm doing it because I have a very loose grip around the band. Separate my biceps, separate my forearms, separate my forearms, separate my forearms. And I'm going to continue to do that 3 sets of 10, okay? Now, my biceps, again, relax, realign, and I'm going to concentrate up here, okay? So I'm just going to separate my forearms. Well, you'll see my forearms will separate, and I'm using my biceps. So I'm concentrating right between my biceps and deltoids. Learn to isolate muscles. It's so important. Good. Prime and focus, and release. Stretch, stretch. Again, using the forearms, bend the elbows, stretch it down. Stretch it down. You can do a repeater using the forearms, and again, loose grip. Concentrate on the forearms. Do the other side. 3 sets of 10. Each side, okay? With the band. Okay, you can place the band underneath your feet. Make sure it's around the arch, weight evenly distributed. And again, when you bend, make sure you're using your soft squat position. Don't use your back, okay? Never bow when you bend. Squat or lunge, okay? soft squat down, step. Good. Arms dangle to the side. Okay, align shoulders to wrists. Bend the elbows, but I'm not going to bend my elbows out. That would use more of your triceps. I'm going to pull and my elbows are going to come close to the body. Good. Use your forearms, 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 3 sets of 10. You can work it to the triceps. Palms facing inward, elbows out wide. Good core work. You'll activate the core and again, contract the core muscles. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. And you can do 3 sets of 10. All right, I know this is a lot, but that's what's great about video. You can play, pause, and check it out. All right. Heavier weights, please make sure you're in good posture. I'm sitting at the edge of my chair, and I'm careful not to slump forward. So in other words, I lower my chest, and my chest sinks down toward my pelvic floor. That's a no-no. So again, pull that belly button to spine, and feel the rib cage lift the chest. Notice what I said. Feel the rib cage elongate and lift the chest. Don't lift the shoulders. That's not going to work your core and save your back, okay? Pull the belly button to spine, scoot it in, elongate at the rib cage, draw your shoulders down. Arms at our side, and you can go through your reps. Now, I like to place a ball or a pillow between my thighs, because if you didn't notice, I had my legs too close together. That puts strain on my hips. So I want to make sure my hips, my knees, and my heels are aligned in a nice letter L. Never tuck your feet behind underneath the chair. Again, the back of your heels should be underneath or behind your knees. Place the ball so your thighs are slightly squeezing, and roll the shoulders down at your side. Go over that posture check. Neutral chin, shoulders down, engage your core, slightly squeeze your buttocks, cheeks. I have a ball between my thighs, so I'm slightly squeezing the ball to keep it in place, and my feet naturally are separated. And you can go through your upper body repetitions, whether you want to do a bicep curl, which is your palm faces away from your body, okay? You can do a hammer curl, which is like if you would grab a hammer and holding it vertically. Forearm curl, flip the wrists, so you see the back of your wrists, bend the elbow, use your forearms. Triceps, bring them up through the sides of the body, okay? So whatever you choose. So that is your 15 or so minute tip. I know it's a lot, but I talk about this throughout many of my videos. So use these as tips, pick and choose, go through the videos. They're meant for you at different levels to increase your mobility, increase your cardio, flexibility. They're good for energy, stress release, strength, balance, posture. Try to incorporate so many functional as well as just good habits, good exercise, good fitness, because I think it's important. I look at everybody as ageless. So I don't go by how old we are, it's just how fit we want to be. So how fit do you want to be? Make that commitment, hydrate, have a good health habit food-wise. You know, have a day where, you know, you enjoy or incorporate, just have a balanced diet, balanced physical activities, sports, exercise, stretching, strengthening, balance, and just enjoy life. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again, and thank you for all y'all have reached out to me by text and etc. And it really, I really appreciate you letting me know that you've been enjoying these videos. So thank you, Palm Beach Therapy and Fitness Providers. I will see you, or if you see me first, take care. Bye-bye.